Welcome to In Search of Behind the Chair Millionaire Best Practices of Millionaire Stylists. This is conversation number 12. Very good friend, very special guest. You've heard me, you always hear me talking about it. I just love her, and as a person, a human being, a leader. She is a salon owner, Dawn Panfil. I consider her a 4-gem salon owner, leader, Millionaire Mindset Jedi. She not only is, growing people for a living, she is empowering her people to become millionaires for life. As you see, I've interviewed a number of Dawn's people, and we were finally able to cajole her in to spend a few minutes with us to talk to us about how she's doing it. Her story is nothing short of profoundly extraordinary, and I'm going to get her talking a little bit about her secret sauce. I don't want to take anything away from her story, but her timeline, and I was part of it. I remember in 2004 when she came to Summit, and I actually made a call to Pat Perenni, and I said, "Hey, there's somebody here that I really want you to meet." And I told Dawn about Pat, and she'll tell you about that. And so she went to the Summit from 2004 to 2008. Was with her coach was Roberta. Sacred Walk in 2008. I'm going to let her tell you about that. Big pivot came as it relates to this conversation in 2017, and that's when really the 401 conversations, as well as a lot of this digital marketing and branding conversations. So bring that up to, she just had an extraordinary year in 2019, walked through COVID. She is trending to do $3 million this year in her sales. And her 401k, by the way, just cracked the 7-figure mark with her people in it. So we'll chat about that. But she is in my green room now. I'm going to get her out talking about her story, and then we'll engage in some other cool conversations. So I'm going to go get her and bring her on. And there she is there. I'm going to unmute her, and you're going to make her feel welcome, you guys. Give it up for Dawn Panfil. How are you?
I'm doing great, Michael. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here tonight. Thank you.
Oh, it's so fun hanging out with you. And you and I go back many moons, and we've been on the ride together and been there for each other.
30 years, Michael.
Yeah, this is like kind of a homecoming, reunion, class reunion. Well, when we always like to begin the conversation, Dawn, with the story, because the story really gives us an appreciation of who you are and how you got to the place that you're at. So get us started. Once upon a time, you started this. What was the first chapter in the Once Upon a Time?
Well, I got divorced and I needed to support myself. And I wanted to buy myself this tiny little salon up the street. It was a small 3-chair, outdated salon. And all I needed was $6,000, but I was broke. I had no money. And I tried 6 different banks and nobody would give me a nickel. So that was back in the 90s. And at that time we would get credit card mailers all the time. So I actually signed up for 3 credit cards to fund my first little shop. And Michael, that's when I realized, OMG, now I have debt. And I ran into you, and you were all about stop getting by and start getting rich. You had that book out, and I started following you, and that was in the early 90s. And I'm still following you today.
Yeah, I didn't tell you this, but we both started our businesses on the credit cards. Get 2-3 credit cards, access the line of credit. I didn't even want to look at the interest. Didn't even want to think about, well, what if my idea doesn't work and I'm going to owe these banks this money? It's just, you dive in head first, and we achieve through inspiration or desperation. I think it's a little bit of both. So it sounds like we were cut from the same cloth.
Yeah. Well, we had passion, right, for what we did, and we believed in what we did. It's funny, nobody would give us a nickel back then, but now everybody wants to give us money.
Yeah. I mean, from then to now, you're trending 3M, as in 3 million, and it's like, who knew? So it's been a glorious ride, and I've been with you to stand witness to it. So kudos. And then you come, and I really meet you on '04 at a summit.
Yes.
And then from '04 to '08, Roberta is working with you, and you're, beginning to really move forward. And then something extraordinary happened in '08. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Can I just say a little bit about our meeting at the summit, my first summit?
Absolutely.
I've been to many summits, but that first summit, it was the last day, the last hour. You pulled me into the back room and you said, "Hey, Dawn, I think you're doing some stuff right. And I want to have your permission to pass your phone number on to a guy in New York. His name's Pat Parente." I was in a Veda salon at that time. And you said, "I really want you to take a look at Redken." I didn't know nothing about Redken at that time. And so I'm like, well, sure. Pat could have been, the janitor for all I know. But thank you. Thank you for passing my phone number on, because it has been an incredible journey. Thanks to you. I got to fly out to New York and meet Joe Calavito and Pat Parente, and they pitched their game. And I took a couple of stylists with us, and we were at the airport in New York, and we just decided, what do we have to lose? So the education was phenomenal. The products were phenomenal, the support, everything. And it has changed many hundreds of people's lives.
Yeah, I mean, you fast forward and you say today, like I said, there's, a few thousand people, salons in that community. And, I can count on 3 fingers what I would say are the creme de la creme, and you're well inside of those 3 fingers. So to watch that, you either take the opportunity for granted or you take advantage of it. And you really did take advantage and maximize it. So kudos.
Thank you. And then I became a Summit Salon in 2004. I brought Roberta on as a coach, and she helped me implement all of the Summit systems. And that's a major undertaking, to get everything in place. But it's so worth it. The wonderful thing about the Summit is it's constantly evolving and changing, and it gives a clear career path to our employees and to me as an owner. So that was amazing. And then as we rolled through that and grew, we doubled our size. In 10 months, actually, after becoming a Summit Salon, I became a Redken Elite Salon. 10 months.
Wow.
I know, and that has just been an incredible ride.
And now you're a black elite, like creme de la creme. We're going to be hanging out tomorrow on another conversation. And then in '08, it was something profoundly sacred was in front of you that had you walk to you. Can you give that a couple of minutes? Because that's big.
Of course. It really, in my eyes, I look at it, it helped me become like a poster child for Summit Salon business systems, because I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was aggressive, and I was out of the salon for nearly a year. But my employees knew what our systems were. They knew what our goals were. We stick with, what we know. We have a code of honor. We had a great handbook. And in 2008, there was also, a recession. And so we didn't go backwards, even without my leadership in the salon, the amazing people that, our employees at that time just knew exactly what to do and why to do it. And it changed my life. And, I never, one thing about cancer is one of the blessings that came out of cancer is it made me a different person. My heart is filled with gratitude. I have a servant heart now. I am so proud and honored to lead these people and take them through this, through this sacred walk that we're taking. We have a very sacred culture, and culture is, it's not something that you can buy. It's something that you have to create. And that all just kind of was born around that same time. They all rallied around me. I pulled through. I reached out to people, even like you, to help me on the road. And so many good things came out of it, including me being forced to step away from behind the chair, because Roberta had said, Dawn, you got to get away from behind the chair for years. And I'm like, no, I love working 50 hours a week and, trying to run a salon company the other 20. So it was pretty crazy. And we were growing. We went from 8 until 18 employees. We doubled our size, took over the space next door. We were just, if you build it, they will come. And that truly did happen.
Yeah, I got to watch it. So then you continue, and then you make this pivot in 17, because you that old saying that whatever gets us to where we're at won't get us to the next place. So 17 was a pivotal year for you. Talk about that and what that involved, because a lot of where you're at now, the on-ramp was 17.
That was a big change. I took Salmon to the associate training program in Chicago, and I ran into Sally Montavon. She's a summit coach. And I started thinking, this is getting like too big for me. I need some help. And so I talked to Sally, and the rest is history. Sally's been my coach and my mentor, and has truly helped me grow this company from 2017 into what it is today. Our numbers back in 17, I think we were doing 2.2 million at that time. And we're on a path that never in my wildest dreams could I have seen it coming.
Yeah. You're trending. If the next 3 quarters go like the previous quarter, that you're going to crack the $3 million marker. And I think it was 16 or 17 when you really started turning on the juice. And you and I were chatting a couple of days ago, and you were saying just in 2021 you've got like 11 people that have jumped so far, and we're only in the first quarter. You've got like 6 people that are hitting their goals at the front desk. So that you're on fire. They're on fire. So whatever you got.
Blazing.
Yes. But the biggie, as it relates to this conversation, Don, I think it was either 16 or 17, you began your 401k. Where did that inspiration come from? Because you sent me something the other day, and I looked, and you now have, your people are in it. There's a handful of them that are in 6-figure net worth. A lot, few of them are in 5-figure. One's even getting about to go into 6-figure. Where'd that come from?
Michael, this isn't just my company. This is my people's company. This is our salon. I'm not doing this without them, and they're not doing it without me. And we have an amazing tribe, and I'm so proud of them. So I wanted to give back to them. It's important to me that they start saving for their future. Most salons don't do anything like this. So they were starting to make really good money, and I needed to have them understand what they needed to do with their money. We brought in our Annex Wealth Management, who manages our 401, and they'd come into every few staff meetings we'd have, and help them and guide them with topics that the staff really wanted. So that was super important to get that thing going. January, we started it. It was 6 years this January. So we're just starting on our 7th year now. And we're at, these people have saved $1.1 million.
Right.
And I am so proud of them. I need them to save, Michael. I need them to save their money. I want to retire at some point in the future. And they truly deserve to buy this company. They need to buy this company.
To your point, I've interviewed, as you know, Elena has been on, and Lindsay's been on, and Jessica's been on, and Salmon's been on, and they've been on for encores. And now we're talking about they're in 6-figure income, livelihood. Their W-2s are now on the other side of 100,000, and you got one now trending 150,000, and now they're maximizing what they can maximize on their 401k, and I believe that max is around 15%, give or take. And I know that you've got a matching contribution there, that as they save, you make your demonstration. And I've done even I showed them the calculator. They're all on. They're gonna, some of them are in 20s, and some, I think,
Yes.
Elena's like front end of 30, like 31. They're all, if they continue that trend, they're going to be millionaires in their 30s, and Elena will just be just the other side of 40. What's that like? When I tell them that, and we went through, it kind of like blows the sides off of their brain box. But as their leader, like, we didn't know that was possible not long ago. We would call it, well, stop getting by, start getting rich, and you want to be secure. But now we're out of the closet. We're calling it what it is, millionaire. What goes off in you as you kind of become conscious of that possibility and that language?
It takes my breath away. I am so proud of these people. I love them to the moon and back. I'm just so proud of them, and they're good people. We've raised these people from right out of beauty school, and so to see their success is so, I don't know, I'm so touched by it. I really am.
Oh, well, there's a litany,
overwhelming.
What is it? A lineage. So I know that Elena, once upon a time, and I was there on the once upon a time when she was like 20, 21, and she was Anne's associate.
Yeah.
Right. And now she's, like at the top of the rung, and she's, 6-figure, and she's now over a 6-figure in her 401k. And then, Jessica's the same, and Lindsay's the same, and Salmon's the same. So there's like this lineage now. You're no longer painting blue sky. You're going, look at our story. What's it like to watch your people kind of realize? Jessica the other night said, I thought I was going to go there and, like maybe if I can get to 30,000, 40,000 W-2 and live in New Berlin, that would going to be, and, now she's like to watch that happen has to be, it's almost hard to describe.
It is hard to describe. It is so cool. But you know what, Michael, many years ago, you told me that you made me promise you that I would pass it on. You said, Dawn, someday I want you to pass this on. So what some of these people don't even know is the culture that I've grown is all about, I'm passing it on to them. They're getting it passed on. And now these people who used to be associates are now educators, and they have associates under their wing, and they're passing it on.
Yes.
So
are you noticing that with each generation now, your next wave of 20, 21, they're able to, with your leaders that once upon a time were new, they're able to get them to those places in narrower windows of time.
Oh,
and
yes.
You watch that and you go, it's almost like magical. It's like, what in the world is happening to speed this up for people?
Well, of course, it's social media. And, we hire beautiful, bright cosmetology grads, and we prefer to always grow our own. We know that is actually the best for a summit salon. So,
well, the other thing that you were chatting as you and I were just kind of reminiscing and how your model has evolved is, I call it the trifecta, the triangle. You said one brand, strong brand, make a demonstration to the brand, and that is your salon brand is partnered with the Redken brand. And then the Hair Solutions brand and Redken brand is partnered with SalonCentric. And those brands are partnered with Summit. So you've got like a franchise to the 10th power. It's not a 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 is 4. It's like 2 to the 4th or 5th power, because there's a synergy, there's a partnership happening. And
thank you for bringing that up, because that really is the secret sauce right there, Michael. To partner with one strong manufacturer, which is Redken, one strong distributor, which is SalonCentric, and Redken has been very good to us. My distributor, Steve Withrow. Steve, I hope you're out there. He's been amazing all these years. And then to be supported by the Summit Salon Business Systems. And I don't cherry pick segments of this business system. I do it all. And that's the most wonderful thing about the system. You know,
right.
That's the map. That's the secret map to success.
That is, yeah. And then you and I were chatting about the culture piece. You've not only have you called it a sacred culture, but it's also a high performance team culture that your people are continuously blowing the charts.
Yes.
So whatever the metrics are for Summit, it's like they're blowing them up, and now they're going into levels that go beyond the chart with you see you got a career path going. Talk about your monthly PDMs and how your leadership team are working with people that are coming up in your levels.
Well, during COVID, I decided that we're going to create a leadership team. It's made up of 10 people. We have 42 employees, and that has worked out so amazing. Inside that leadership team, we have representation from our nail department, our spa department, our stylists, and our front desk. So the two strongest coaches that we have are Casey. She used to be a stylist, or she actually used to be front desk, went to be a stylist, and went back to the front desk because she has so much passion. So she understands all of that. And then Elena, our two coaches. And right now we just started, Casey is now starting to train Wendy to coach the front desk. So the synergy between all of that is we have a super strong front desk too. We brought Jules Molina in a couple times. That is super important. But it all comes down to holding people accountable, giving them daily goals. So it's easy, not monthly goals, because we know if they make the daily goal, they'll hit the week, they'll hit the month, right?
Yes.
But to give them daily goals, to coach to that, to hold them accountable, to celebrate every little thing that they do, because it's important. They want to be recognized. That's a big thing. My goal for the last year and a half has been to get my leadership team grounded in the Summit Salon systems. And the more they know, the faster and bigger and better our team is growing. Because now they have the why. They understand the big why behind why we do what we do.
Yes, yeah.
So
now, it was interesting. I didn't tell you this, but about an hour before the interview, I'm on the phone for this big thing I'm doing tomorrow with you on Black Elite. And Carolyn O'Connor said, I told her we're going to be interviewing you tonight. And she said, oh my gosh, they did this thing with this promotion. They like blew it up. Make sure that Dawn talks about the result, because it was like the magical mystery tour. What was that?
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Carolyn. The Redken has a new launch February 1st, the acidic bonding concentrate. It's a back bar treatment that replaces the Chem Shot, the Redken Chem Shot. And then it was 3 pieces of retail, the ABC shampoo, the conditioner, and the leave-in treatment. So I had a great idea. Just came to me one day to gift all of my employees from the front desk, nail department, spa, and all 26 stylists a complimentary back bar treatment. They had to book an appointment. They had to get the treatment. They had to give me 5 words or less, how they felt about the treatment. Then I encouraged them all to buy the trio of the system, shampoo, conditioner, and treatment, so they could go home as a guest would and have that same experience. Well, Michael, when I saw Carolyn, where I was 8 weeks out, and now we're about 10 weeks out. In 10 weeks, we have sold 1,200 back bar treatments.
Oh my God.
For almost $27,000. And we've also sold 825 retail units for over $20,000. So together that's $47,000 in 10 weeks just on this one idea for me to make a small investment to give my employees this experience so they could talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. So now I know why Carolyn was hyperventilating. So, kudos to you. Now, I want to ask you one more question, and then I'm going to ask you a favor. The question is, there's a lot of people watching tonight, and this will live on all of my platforms, on the internet. So there's going to be a lot more people will see the recording of this. They're looking at you, they're listening to you, they're identifying with you, but you're in a place that they're not at yet. And they're in a place that you were at, and they're asking, that we call it the holy jumping off place. If I take the leap of faith like Dawn did, can I be in a place where Dawn is? What might you say to them that would encourage them to, take the leap?
Well, the secret sauce, one strong manufacturer, one strong distributor, one strong business system, and do it. Do the deal, make it happen, take the time, do it right. Delegate people on your team to help you implement all those systems in that education. That's super important. Be fearless. Just be fearless. Even if you don't understand it or you don't like it or you don't, whatever, just do it anyhow, because you're going to get some great results.
Yeah. I like that you used the word fearless. And today, when I say the word fearless, I am much, much less influenced and governed by fear. It doesn't really matter that if I'm afraid or not. Fearless means I'm no longer influenced, governed. My decision to take an action or not doesn't matter how afraid I am. I'm going to take the damn action. And to me, you can talk about that all day long, but until somebody starts experiencing that, where I defied the fear, I did it anyway, and all of a sudden you kind of get used to that. It almost starts, it's like getting juiced, and I know that you know that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's my map. I just followed the map. I didn't make any of this stuff up. It made my job so much easier just by following the map for success. It was amazing. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd have this beautiful salon renovation by Peter and Tess Millard, or be the Redken Showcase Salon for the Upper Midwest. Ever.
I love it. Yeah.
Follow the map.
You're
just
on
do it.
Well, I'm out of time, but promise me that I'm going to ask you a favor, and that is to come back for an encore at least once a year, because I think wherever you're at today is eons beyond where you were yesterday, and wherever you're at today is going to pale in comparison to where you're at in the tomorrow. So please promise me you'll come back for some encores and allow me to continue the conversation with you tomorrow when we're in the Black Elite community at Redken.
Absolutely. I promise, Michael. It'd be my pleasure. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, my friend. I love you to the moon. Tell all my homies at Hair Solutions that they're in my soul, and that you are a vision of what's possible. I want to make sure that people that are watching to follow you on Instagram. I'm holding your page up so that they can see. That is hairsolutions.salon. You can either call the salon from that page and leave a message for Dawn. She'd be more than happy to, if you have any questions, or DM the page, because her leadership team really manage her social media platform. They manage the Google reviews, the website. So if you want, and Dawn's very personable, she'd be more than happy to, continue the conversation with you. So thanks a lot for coming on, my friend. Gonna let you go. We're gonna give it up for you one more time, though. Have a good dinner. Say hi to your hubby for me.
I will. Thank you, Michael.
All right. Stay well. Good night. Bye now. Wow. That was, you couldn't get to anything closer to what I would call a textbook example of, really what is possible when you're in to win like Dawn is. So kudos to her. I just last week it was Jessica, and before that it was Elena, and before that it was Lindsay and Salmon, who's on tonight. She's a couple of weeks away. These are all people now that are not just being interviewed of having an awesome clientele, but they're on the path to becoming behind the chair millionaire. These are people that will be millionaires in their 30s and early 40s. So, we become like those. We hang out with most. So these are the people that you want to hang out with. So in ending, I always like to underscore gratitude for L'Oreal Salon Emotions. They are one of the brands, and L'Oreal PPD. These are their brands: Biolage, Pulp Ride, Kerastase Purology, L'Oreal Professional, Redken, Matrix Shoe, Mazzani. Support their brands. Dawn was saying that she's a Redken Black Elite. Pick one and run, because to the degree that you get committed to this, we're in a position where their financial commitment allows us to bring this to you, compliments of L'Oreal PPD and now Salon Emotion. So great program tonight. I'll be back with you on Thursday for another guest, and she is out on at Anastasia. You're going to love this guest. She is a stylist that's been working not long, 1.5 to 2 years, and when you see what she's doing, you're going to be absolutely amazed. So I don't want to give away too much. I'm just kind of teasing you. So have a great evening, and we'll see you on Thursday. And for my buds that are in Black Elite, we'll do a private Zoom tomorrow. So have a good evening.